Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is Hopeful Chewbacca back at the Church of Chewbacca. Today we're going to go over the ALE Showdown. You do this showdown to get 20 points toward any of the AL East affinities. I personally think the two best cards in the AL East to get are the face of the franchise, Gleyber Torres. He's a shortstop but can also play second base and third base. Has great hitting power, pretty decent fielding, and decent speed. And then also, if you need a left-handed pitcher, Blake Snell has a face of a franchise card for the Tampa Bay Rays. I think that's a very good pitcher with very good per nines, good stats. But anyway, those are my suggestions for doing this showdown and what to use the points for. But let's get into it right now. The first mission is strike out them O's. Essentially, you face the first three batters of the Baltimore Orioles lineup, which is Hanser Alberto, Anthony Santander, and Trey Mancini. None of them are really that great of hitters. You have to strike out two of the three to start. I believe it can actually go past the first three batters. I've done this mission 3 times. I haven't actually got past the 3 of them, to be honest. I would say that Mancini's definitely the best hitter out of the 3, but he seems to also strike out just as much as the other 2 did. But it's only on veteran, so I think it's a pretty easy mission to do. It should be pretty quick. The next mission is take a quick lead. So this is facing Eduardo Rodriguez from the Red Sox. He's a left-handed pitcher. Just so you know, I'll repeat that again. He's a left-handed pitcher. You have to tally 2 hits and an extra base hit and score a run in the top of the first. It is a hitting mission. It's on veteran. You're playing at Fenway. I recommend doing this mission just because it's quick. It's only going to be the first inning, so if you don't get it, you don't get it. I know in the previous videos I said to kind of avoid things where you have to get specific hits like home runs and extra bases in the 2 previous showdown videos that I've done, but I think because it's the first inning, and it's a pass or fail, you only get 3 outs. It's a pretty quick one. I would do it. And then the next one is take down Snellzilla. This you have to face Blake Snell and outduel him for the first 2 innings. You have to score 2 runs against Blake Snell. I do this mission if it's for 2 runs. As you can see, with patch 1.04, they've actually upped the amount of runs you can earn in the mini missions. So for this set of first 3, which can be randomized, if the Snell mission is for 2 runs, I would do it. If it's only for 1 runs in one of these first 2 missions, I'd actually skip it. Not that Blake Snell's too hard to hit, especially on veteran. I just don't think that he's worth that the mission is worth it just in case you don't get the 2 runs, or maybe you square the ball up a couple times and get some bad RNG off your hits. So if it's 2 runs, do the mission. If it's 1 run, I would skip it. Now, the first showdown is against Charlie Morton of the Tampa Bay Rays. You have 12 outs to score 4 runs because you're down 3-0. Charlie Morton doesn't really have too nasty of stuff this year in this video game. His fastball's not that fast. He doesn't work his splitter as much as somebody you'd be playing online would work in his splitter. I found him pretty easy to hit, and the difficulty's only on veteran. He's right-handed pitcher, so if there's a few guys early on that you can get that are good against right-handed pitchers that are recommended in the description that have a good split against right-handed pitching, I would throw them in there, bronze or silver guys. Remember to load up your lineup too. It doesn't matter what position they're playing because it's only a hitting mission. So you want to put your best 8 hitters in there, and then you want to leave a guy to remember you can pinch hit for your pitcher. The next mission that we did is slow down 100 miles Giles. So you have to face Ken Giles of the Toronto Blue Jays. He had an amazing year last year. You're down 2-0 at the bottom of the 8th. Whether this mission is worth 1 or 2 runs, I don't think it matters in this case. I would actually skip it no matter what. He's pretty hard to hit. You have to score 3 runs with only 6 outs. I just think that it's just not worth doing it your time, because if you don't get it, you've wasted probably 10 to 15 minutes, and it's not really an easy mission to do. The next one is Boston's Blasters. This is, you have to face the three batters in the Red Sox lineup: J.D. Martinez, Xander Bogaerts, and Rafael Devers. So you get your closer, and you have to actually get all three of these guys out in a row. And I believe you have to... no, you don't have to strike one of them out. You just have to get them all down, all three of them down in a row. So it can't go to a fourth hitter. It's only on veteran. This mission is actually pretty hard because you don't get too many decent closers out of the AL East unless you want to use your diamond. Unless you want to use your diamond pick or a gold pick for a closer, and I wouldn't do that. So I think it's a pretty hard pitching mission because all three of these guys can hit the ball pretty well. I do think it's very doable though, and it's definitely a mission whether it's going to be in this slot right here for 1 run or for 2 runs. It's quick, easy. You're only going to face 3 batters. 100% would do it. Obviously on this run I failed it. I believe that Xander Bogaerts or Rafael Devers took me yard by the pesky pole. But yeah, I would recommend doing it. The next one is Savages in the Box. This is you got to face the New York Yankees with a 1-run lead, and you have to hold them off. It starts at the beginning of their lineup, so you face, like, I believe it goes DJ LeMahieu, Aaron Judge, Gleyber Torres, and then it goes to Giancarlo Stanton, and I believe Luke Voit is the 5th guy if it ends up getting that far. Once again, it's much like the Red Sox mission we just talked about. They have a lot of power, except this time you don't have to do it in order, so if you give up a hit, it's not the end of the world. Only on veteran, would 100% recommend doing this. Then there's the Showdown versus Chris Sale. I actually think that this Showdown might be harder than the final Showdown. Just because it's also an All-Star, and Chris Sale is left-handed, so if you don't have some guys that can hit left-handed pitching very well, just based on the drafts that you've had up to this point, you can struggle a little bit. You have to get 4 runs with 10 outs. I will say that Chris Sale, if you're facing him, be very patient. He seems to be a little bit wild. Also, focus on his slider. He seems to hang his slider a lot, and his slider is very slow. I believe it's only like 82 or 83 miles an hour. With it being that slow, you can sit fastball, and if he hangs a slider, jump on the slider. Because I promise you, if he hangs it, you will hit the ball hard. Obviously, you can't fail this mission because it's a showdown, and you have to. And I would recommend doing it because you get a Diamond AL East player, which will help you for the Gerrit Cole showdown. You also get a show pack in the 3000 XP 700 stub, so would definitely recommend it rather than like going up to this point and skipping to the end. I would do this. For the next one, this is the Defuse the Cuban Missile. It's first Chapman. Honestly, I would just attempt to do it. It's a hard mission. I got it done this time, but it's only the bottom of the 9th, so really, like, you're not wasting that much time if you fail. You might probably only get the bat with 3 to 5 guys. You have to score 2 runs. Chapman throws hard. They gave him a sinker this year. It's definitely not an easy mission to do, even though it's only on veteran. I would still recommend doing it just because it's not going to take a lot of time. The next mission is Escape the Jam. So the bases are loaded. It's 3-0, and you have to get out the batters that you face. It's not that hard of a mission. I recommend doing it because really you just have to get some outs. It's against the Tampa Bay Rays, so it's not like it's against the Yankees or the Red Sox. And the Tampa Bay Rays don't have the best hitters, so I would just throw something low, try to get a guy to ground out. I believe the first or second batter he faces Kevin Kiermaier, who is very fast, so getting a double play ball might be a little bit hard. However, I don't think this mission is that big of a deal. The bases are loaded, so you can, like I said, roll somebody into a double play. You have a 3-run lead. Just pretty much don't let up a home run, and you should be able to accomplish it. This mission now is against all AL East Live Squad. This mission right here, I would skip it 100%. It doesn't matter if it's worth 2 runs and it gives you a Diamond Perk and a Diamond AL East player. To have to play 3 innings on, I mean, it's only on veteran, yes, but they have to play 3 innings, get 3 runs, 5 hits. I just feel like it's a lot. I mean, even if you, unless you smoke the ball in the first inning, like if you want to go in there and try it for the first inning and see how it goes, you could. But I just recommend skipping it compared to like the AL West and NL West, where I said to 100% do like the all live series squad for both of those. I just really recommend skipping this one. It's just not worth the 2 runs in my personal opinion. So if you do this, the missions like I said to do it, you're going to end up at the end with anywhere from 8 to you could possibly end up with 12 runs. So you're going to end up anywhere 8 to 12 to 15 with 20 outs. So at the very most, you're going to have to get 8 runs if you do this properly. So I think that it's very doable against Gerrit Cole to get 8 runs at the most, maybe only 4 runs, especially with the lineup that you'll end up with. We'll go and look at lineups right now and perks. The perks don't really change from showdown to showdown. They're always the same. We're just going to reiterate the perks just in case people didn't watch the other videos yet. Unfortunately, I didn't get like really good diamond perks. I only got 2 diamond perks, but I didn't really get even great gold perks. But so I went with Oppo Taco, which is the significant contact boost on the outside. I think Inner Peace is also a very good one for pitches down the middle. And then Heartbreak is good for if you're losing and you have runners on base. Top Secret is another good one. I personally still think the best one is if you can get the Diamond Velocity one that has the airplane, the takeoff one. I think that's still the best one. But those would be the 5 that I stick with. Oppo Taco, Inner Peace, Heart Attack, Insider Information, and the takeoff one that has the airplane on it. Those are the 5 best ones. Any combination of those 5 should be able to get the job done. I used to think Jumpstart was pretty good, but to force yourself to have to pitch against the first 2 pitches, I don't think is that beneficial, especially because it seems that being patient when you're hitting for these showdowns is a big factor. It seems that the pitchers will walk you if you're patient enough, which can definitely help more base runners, more runs. Let's go into the squad that I have for this run. The squad that I have for this run, I haven't loaded up my lineup yet for it. I'll actually throw in where Urchella's at. We'll put in the David Ortiz, because obviously Ortiz is going to get his go, and we'll probably bat Luke Voit or Gio Urchela for Shoemaker. But essentially, this mission right here for the lineup for the for the AL East is some guys that I really recommend drafting that are diamonds, like this Jason Giambi card. He's just nasty. Like, he hits right-handed and left-handed pitching both very, very well. So I do recommend picking up Jason Giambi if you see him as a diamond. The face of the regular Gleyber Torres and face of the franchise Gleyber Torres, both good pickups. This Austin Meadows is a huge pickup. I just think he absolutely rakes from both sides. Pretty average hitting. I mean, he's left-handed bat too, so if you like left-handed bats, this is a good one to have for this. This card also, obviously, huge power. Gary Sanchez, definitely better for when you're facing the right-handed pitchers rather than the left-handed pitchers. There's also a group of people that I've listed in the description that you can go over as well of my actual suggestions, such as like Hunter Renfroe. Definitely against left-handed pitching. Huge left-handed split guy. As you can see, just mashes left-handed pitching. 67 contact, 95 left-handed power. Guys like that are what I suggest. Actually, now that I noticed that, we'll probably put Luke Voit in there for him for this last final showdown. But that's my suggestions for the lineup. Is make sure that you pick the diamonds that I suggested, because I do think that there are some diamonds that just aren't worth it. Like, you could end up with one of my runs, I ended up with Shane Victorino. Like, I would avoid picking Shane Victorino if you can. Like, cool, he's a switch hitter, but he has 0 power. Just not beneficial to, I think, what this mission is. I also don't think that the Roberto Alomar you can get is beneficial, because he doesn't have a lot of power. You want guys that can hit home runs for these showdowns, because home runs score runs. Getting base hit after base hit means you can more likely get into a double play if guys are sitting on first base because they're only getting base hits. But if guys hit homers, the bases are cleared, you can't hit into double plays. And I promise you, the showdowns, from what I've noticed, are momentum based. So if you roll into a double play, it really slows down your momentum of hitting. And the game, I guess, senses that or has coding based in it for momentum. So if you're hitting home runs and doing those things, you're gaining more momentum than having the possibility to roll into a double play. This David Ortiz card, I think, is a great platoon guy for right-handed as well. That's my suggestions for lineups. For pitching, I haven't really done anything with pitching. I always grab a closer for just because normally you're forced to pick some sort of silver pitcher in the beginning, and I always pick a closer or relief guy. Sometimes I pick a starter, but as you can see, I didn't pick a starting pitcher this time. It's just Matt Shoemaker. So pitching is not really that. Obviously, there are some pitching missions, but I don't think it's really that important. As long as you get that silver closer early on in the original draft. But anyways, I appreciate you guys watching these showdowns, and I hope you're enjoying them and they're helping you out. Whatever division you guys want to see next, since we have 3 done now, we have the AL West, the NL West, and this is the AL East. Let me know which division you want to see next in the descriptions below. If you have need any help, write a comment. I'll get back to you and answer it as quickly as possible. I really appreciate you guys watching. If you're enjoying the content, please hit the subscribe button. If you want to watch me streaming live at Twitch, it's twitch.tv/HopefulChewbacca. I'm streaming Monday through Thursday, 8:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Sometimes a little bit longer. Sometimes I'll get on maybe slightly earlier. Though the start time at 8:30 is normally the start time. On Fridays through Sundays, I will be streaming. It'll be random. To figure out whether or not I'm streaming on the weekends, I would follow me on Twitter at Hopeful1137, which is also my PSN, since some people have started asking what my PSN is. It's a Hopeful1L1137. But follow me on Twitter. I'll post up whenever I'm going to go live on the weekends. I don't really have a set schedule because I play a lot of travel, slow pitch softball, and spend time with my family and my dogs. Anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. Hope you guys are enjoying the content from the Church of Chewbacca. You guys have a wonderful day and be safe.